Yo, what up, YouTube Live? I'm back. It's been a long day. I was away, but I want to talk a bit about this, even though I'm a few hours late. That's fine because I'm a huge fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you haven't seen this show, boy, you are missing out. This has been Avatar: The Last Airbender, which was on Nickelodeon, I believe, back in I want to say 2008. Well, before the before the M Night Shyamalan adaptation came out in 2010, most definitely. So um, this animated series has been regarded by many, or been has been widely regarded as one of the best animated shows ever made in the history of animation. Um, and it's not even anime. It's I think it's American made, but it has that anime style. But yeah, the story was just so good. It was a hell of a journey over like I want to say 4 seasons, I believe, right? You can correct me if I'm wrong, my fellow Avatar fans. But and then 2012 was Korra, the Legend of Korra. I think it lasted for like 3 seasons or so. So I like that one too. But of course, Avatar: The Last Airbender was far more superior in quality. So as you may have known for a while, the live action series is in development on Netflix. So Netflix is bringing you Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series, and now they have um, announced the cast. Let me give you the faces here. There you go. Boom. Can you see it? This is from Netflix newsroom site. So this guy, let me make it big. His name is Gordon Cormier. He's gonna play Aang, and then Katara will be played by Kyawen Teo. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I apologize if I didn't. Sokka will be played by Ian Owsley. Wow, he's got a big job, man, on his shoulder because Sokka is the comic relief. So, and a lot of times Sokka can be a bit cringe, but his heart's in the right place. So, um, there's a lot of nuances to Sokka, so I hope Ian can pull it off. Playing Zuko is Dallas Liu. Woo, that's awesome. And of course, these are the creative talents behind the cameras, writers, executive producers, and directors. So yeah, let's see here. Showrunner will be Albert Kim. Directors Michael Goy, Roseanne Liang. That's awesome. Uh, is there more information on Variety? Nope. So yeah, that's awesome. These are the faces of the lead characters of Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series, and I hope it's good. I hope it's good. As a huge fan of the animated show, I hope they do it justice. I hope this live action really stays true to the essence and the spirit and the characters of the original show. And I'm glad that this project did not cast any big names. Did not cast any A-listers or famous people. It would be a distraction if they do. Maybe they would. For some of the roles of the sensei or the teachers, maybe they would cast big names for that. But at least for the leads, I think it's good that they go with some of these newcomers, fresh faces, and I hope that these will be their breakout roles. I hope this project, Avatar: The Last Airbender, hopefully would shoot these guys up to stardom. This would be like their road to fame, if you will. Um, will this be better than the M Night Shyamalan movie in 2010? Well, here's the thing. M Night Shyamalan movie in 2010 was such a disaster, such a disaster. And he was just like putting many of what he wanted instead of what the fans wanted, you know. And so he changed things too drastically in order for the adaptation to fit his vision instead of the vision of the show. You know what I'm saying? He just like, and the fact that all the villains were Indian too, that was like, what the heck, man? It's just like so weird and so awful, and it's just like this is not the Avatar that we know. Let's go to the IMDb page. By the way, that was the year 2010. I remember going to the midnight show for that with, and there's a lot of fans lining up at the AMC theaters near my neighborhood. You know, they dress up, you know, to the screening, you know, the midnight showing of the Last Airbender. Um, they dress up as Aang, Ahsoka, Katara, and this is like, um, they were so stoked. You can tell they were so psyched. And then after they came out of the theaters, after the movie was done, it was like a mix of baffled and anger and some sadness and disappointment. It was like, and for the few years after that, anytime that M Night Shyamalan came out with a movie, uh, like a trailer, for example, of an M Night Shyamalan new movie, like everybody just booed in the theaters, like boo, because they could not forgive him for essentially ruining Avatar: The Last Airbender. And look, remember it even had to be released in 3D, even though it wasn't shot in 3D. It was one of those. It was during that craze after Avatar where everybody or every movie wanted to be 3D, you know, so they got post conversion 3D. So it's just like so dumb on top of everything else that's dumb about this movie. Um, I do. If there's one credit though, is that the casting of Noah Ringer as Aang. I thought he was pretty cool in that role. I thought physically he fit the role of Aang. Um, Acting wise, he wasn't there yet, and the fact that he left the movie industry right after that kind of goes to show that his heart was not in the acting business. You know, he wasn't pursuing this kind of life anyway. Uh, on top of the fact that the movie was bad, the movie stunk. So, but you know, I gotta give him credit for casting Noah Ringer. He did what he could for that role. But yeah, let's see. I think the it's 4 out of 10 IMDb rating. So I think the to answer my own question, will the Netflix series, the new live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, will it be better than the M Night Shyamalan 2010 movie? I think it could. It could potentially be better because M Night Shyamalan's movie was so bad, the bar was low. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be hard to try to beat that, you know, because that's where the standard is set right now. So it's so low. Like of course anybody could totally, you know, be better than the M Night Shyamalan's version of. You know, if anybody want to make an Avatar: The Last Airbender adaptation of their own vision, you know, I would say 8 out of 10. It will be better than the M Night Shyamalan's version because the bar is just so low. Um, some of the user review as recent as last year. Wow, an absolute disgrace to the series. uh, I watched this reluctantly for the first time recently to see if it was bad as I had heard, and I was wrong. It was even worse than I could have imagined. I was unable to even finish the movie. I wish I could rate it lower. Woo! Uh, Here's another recent one. Worse than I remember. I remember watching this movie back when it first came out, and I didn't think it was that bad. I just finished watching the cartoon series on Netflix. Oh yeah, it's available on Netflix. If you guys have not watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, You can binge watch the whole thing on Netflix now. So thank you, Netflix. And I think Netflix also has episodes of Korra as well. Korra's good, all right, but not as awesome as Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I figured I would rewatch this to wrap it all up. Now I wish I had not watched it. It's nothing like the show. I wonder if the people who worked on this movie even saw this show. Stay away from this movie. It's so bad that it actually hurts to watch it. and um, and I believe the last Airbender movie is also available on Netflix. So if you wanna, maybe start with the Avatar, the Last Airbender, and then go to Legend of Korra, because that's the sequel, and then you're on this cloud nine because both shows are awesome. If you wanna ruin that feeling, ruin that euphoria feeling, go watch the last Airbender movie right afterwards immediately. You would be like, it would just your high happy feeling would like take a plunge, would take a deep dive right afterwards, because it's just so bad, bad as an adaptation, bad as a film. This is a user review from 2010, from 10 years ago. Glad I didn't pay. So yeah, so my answer is I think potentially it could be so much better. This Netflix Avatar live action series. It all depends, of course, on the writing, right? Um, if we don't know yet if they're gonna just follow the storyline of the original anime series, or if they're gonna tweak it somehow to make it seem fresh, like it's a new thing that you just watched. Maybe and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it as long as it's really well written. That's all that matters to me. Like if it doesn't follow exactly how it went in the animated show, if they're trying something new or experimenting with some things new along the way with Zuko, maybe change a few things about Aang. As long as it's not too much change, you gotta at least keep the some of the physical traits, or the some of the physical attributes, so they will be recognizable at the very least. Unlike the movie, then I'll be open to that. I would be open to that. But right now, of course, they haven't released any of the plot details yet. So here's one quote. The visual effects technology today has advanced to the point where a live action version can not only faithfully translate what had been done in the animation, it can bring a rich new visual dimension to a fantastic world. We'll be able to see bending in a real and visceral way we've never seen before. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Water bending, right? Air bending, fire bending, Zuko, come on now. Fire Nation. I want to see some awesome effects on this show. So, and I think Netflix money can definitely pull it off, man. Can definitely pull it off. Um, Let me know what your thoughts are about this Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series. Were you fans of the animated show? Are you looking forward to this reimagining, if you will? Are you worried about it? If you have concerns about it, let me know. And if you've seen the last Airbender movie from 2010 by M. Night Shyamalan, I want to hear your thoughts about it too. What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe. Let's rock this.